Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. The movie begins in a bustling hotel. Anna finds herself amidst colorful characters, including her friends Dimitri, the charismatic DJ, and Max, the skilled cook. Despite the camaraderie, Anna's days are marred by the tyranny of the cruel head waiter, whose abusive behavior casts a shadow over her work life. When a new bride named Marcia seeks solace from her pre-wedding jitters, Anna and her co-worker June offer a comforting shoulder. Little do they know, this act of kindness will intertwine their fates in ways they could never imagine. As a fierce storm descends upon the hotel, plunging it into darkness, Anna hears a haunting cry for help amidst the chaos. Guided by an otherworldly voice spelling out Mayday in an eerie phonetic code, she embarks on a journey that will challenge everything she thought she knew. In a surreal twist of fate, she finds herself tumbling through the depths of an oven, only to emerge on the shores of an unfamiliar land. Here, she encounters Marcia once again, but this time, the timid bride has transformed into a beacon of confidence, though plagued by amnesia. Their meeting is interrupted by the arrival of a mysterious figure, clad in a World War II aviator, who cryptically reveals they are embroiled in a conflict of epic proportions. War rages between the genders, with women across the island banding together to fend off male invaders. Joined by Marcia's companions, Gert and Bee, Anna is initiated into their enclave of empowerment and resistance. Under Marcia, she learns the art of marksmanship, a skill that proves vital in their struggle for survival. Yet, amid the solidarity and sisterhood, Anna grapples with her own fears and insecurities. When faced with the daunting challenge of cliff diving, she finds herself paralyzed by doubt. And when her abuser resurfaces, this time masquerading as a soldier, she must summon courage to evade his grasp. Through it all, Marcia remains a steadfast mentor, introducing Anna to the wonders of the night sky, and the secrets held within the stars. Together, they navigate the treacherous terrain of this brave new world, forging bonds of friendship and resilience in the face of adversity. Anna, grappling with the moral complexities of their mission, struggles to reconcile her conscience with the ruthless tactics employed by Marcia and the others. While the girls continue their grim task of luring unsuspecting men to their demise in the tempestuous waters surrounding the island, Anna finds herself increasingly haunted by doubts. Her internal conflict comes to a head when a group of men miraculously survive the treacherous journey to the island. As her companions eagerly prepare to execute their deadly plan, her hesitation sets her apart from the bloodthirsty resolve of the others, straining their once unbreakable bond. Amidst the chaos, Anna is plagued by recurring dreams, the most vivid of which depicts her navigating a car through a dark ominous tunnel, a haunting metaphor for the murky depths of her own subconscious. Alone in the control room, the radio signals an unexpected distress call. Drawn to the voice on the other end, she engages in a conversation with a man stranded in the tumultuous sea. Growing connected to him, she conceals the truth from Marcia, knowing that her sympathies could endanger their carefully constructed sanctuary. But secrets have a way of unraveling, and when Marcia confronts Anna about her radio communication, trust between the two women hangs by a thread, threatening to shatter their sisterhood. The peace ends when Bee falls into the clutches of the very men they sought to repel. Forced to confront the brutal reality of their situation, Anna grapples with her own inner turmoil, as she stands to take a fateful decision. In a heart-wrenching moment of truth, she is compelled to take action, sacrificing her morals to save her friend from death. As tensions simmer within their community, Gert dares to challenge Marcia's leadership, questioning the wisdom of their relentless pursuit of vengeance. Marcia's response lays bare the depth of her determination, revealing chilling details that leave Anna with uncertainty about her place in their rebellion. With each passing day, Anna's resolve is tested, as she navigates loyalty, morality, and survival in a world where the line between right and wrong blurs. And as the storm rages on, threatening to consume everything in its path, Anna must confront the darkest corners of her own soul to find the strength to endure. As she ventures out on patrol, she encounters a group of soldiers led by a photographer, poised to execute their deadly mission. Steeled for the grim task, she prepares to unleash her lethal skills, but before she can act, the sky erupts with bombs, sending her fleeing for cover. In the chaos, she is knocked unconscious, only to awaken in a surreal landscape, a vast field teeming with soldiers engaged in an eerie dance routine. Reality blurs as Anna grapples with the disorienting hallucination, unsure of what is real, and what is merely a figment of her fractured mind. As she regains her senses, the truth dawns upon her: she is the architect of their demise, her hands stained with the blood of those she sought to destroy. Back in the confines of the submarine, tensions brew between Anna and Marcia, their once solid bond strained to its breaking point. In a heated exchange, Anna confronts Marcia's domineering control, asserting that she has traded self-harm for inflicting pain upon others, a stark testament to her transformation. With each patrol, her descent into darkness deepens, as she becomes desensitized to the violence that surrounds her. No longer hesitating, she dispatches enemy soldiers with ruthlessness. Meanwhile, Marcia's grip on their band of survivors begins to slip, her once authority undermined by dissent and discord. As the island comes under siege of air raids, her callous indifference to the sufferings of her comrades threatens to fracture their unity beyond repair. Anna finds solace in an unexpected encounter with an elderly man, a reminder of the human cost of conflict. Their shared longing for peace and sanctuary sparks a connection, offering her a glimpse of the life she yearns to reclaim beyond the island. Haunted by recurring dreams of a tunnel, her subconscious grapples with the promise of escape, a glimmer of hope in the darkness. But as she awakens to the harsh reality, she finds herself locked in a bitter struggle with Marcia. Yearning to break free from their isolated existence, Anna confides in Gert her desire to leave the island behind. But as she prepares to embark on her journey, a radio broadcast from the man on the submarine delivers a revelation, forcing Anna to confront the painful truth of her past and the tangled web of emotions that bind her to the island and its inhabitants. In a moment of clarity, she seeks counsel from June, whose words paint a haunting portrait of the consequences of her departure. Faced with the weight of her decision, she grapples with the task of navigating the storm that rages, her path forward fraught with uncertainty and peril. As she wrestles with the weight of her decision to leave or stay on the island, she returns to the submarine, where Gert and Bea await her, with a mixture of apprehension and understanding. In a moment of revelation, Gert unveils the truth they've been harboring. They've already foreseen Anna's choice, and they wholeheartedly support her in her quest for redemption. They implore Anna to embark on her journey, armed with the knowledge that she can make a difference beyond their island. Moved by their faith in her, Anna is in conflicting emotions about leaving her newfound family behind. But as Gert and Bea reveal their plan to rally support from the other camps across the island, Anna's resolve is strengthened by the realization that her departure is hope for countless others trapped in the cycle of violence. United in purpose, they collaborate with their allies via radio communication, plotting a daring escape through the treacherous storm that guards the island's perimeter. Unbeknownst to them, their every move is being scrutinized by Marcia, who listens in on their conversations with anger. In a tense confrontation, Marcia hurls accusations of ingratitude and betrayal. But Anna, fueled by a newfound clarity, refuses to be swayed by Marcia's manipulative tactics, standing firm in her resolve to reclaim her humanity, no matter the cost. As the hour of departure draws near, Anna shares a tender moment with Bea. With tearful farewells, Bea vanishes into the night, leaving Anna to confront the unknown alone. With the support of her friends, Anna takes the plunge into the sea, braving the wrath of the storm. But as the currents drag her under, she finds herself on the brink of oblivion, her strength waning with each passing moment. In a miraculous twist of fate, Marcia's voice echoes through the darkness, guiding Anna with the same cryptic message that once haunted her dreams. With determination, she fights against the ocean, her spirit buoyed by the promise of salvation. And then, in a moment of clarity, she emerges from the depths, her gaze locking with Dimitri's familiar eyes, as the world around her dissolves into a blur of light and motion. As the final chords of their journey echo through the banquet hall, Anna steps into the spotlight, her voice soaring with newfound freedom and purpose. And in that moment, she embraces her destiny, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness, ready to illuminate the path forward for all who dare to dream of a brighter tomorrow. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out.